Hi there, this is Justin. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a dashboard in Tableau. So I have Tableau open on my screen, and for this video, I'm going to be using the Superstore dataset. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that a dashboard in the world of Tableau is essentially a container of sheets. So sheets is basically one of the types of building blocks in Tableau. It's the most granular building block. So if you're thinking of, I guess another way to think about it is a dashboard might be a house that contains a lot of individual pieces, and the sheets are like the bricks. So before we can build a dashboard, we actually have to build one or more sheets. So what we're going to do in this example is I'm just going to take lifetime sales, and yeah, let's leave it that. Let's name this lifetime sales, and we're going to go ahead and do lifetime profit. Now I should turn these into currencies. I just know I have an issue with my Tableau. It's going to give me, okay, I guess we can do it. See, it gives me it in rands. Okay, well, let's just imagine we're in South Africa, which is fine. The concept's still the same. So, format, currency. Okay, so we have lifetime sales, we have lifetime profit. Just name this correctly. And we're going to do lifetime orders. So let's do distinct, order ID, drag that onto text, and we have lifetime orders. Okay, great. Next, I build a very basic table. Let's take order date, put it in years. Let's take segment, put it up here, spread it out a bit, just align that over there. Let's just take sales. Okay, we want to line the center as well. Turn this into currency. Okay, let's turn on totals, both column and row. Okay, guess we can turn that off. Looking good. Okay, very simple. This is table, sales, row. So now we basically got 4 sheets. And what we're going to do is we want to put them all into a single dashboard. Now, before I do that, I actually want to go ahead and take segment. I'm going to throw it up here in filters. I'm going to do use all. And since I want this filter to affect all 4 sheets, I'm just going to go ahead and do apply to worksheets, selected worksheets, and I'm going to do that. Okay, you'll see in a second why I'm doing that. Now I'm going to come over here and click on this little icon in the middle. That's going to create a dashboard. So we're going to call this sales. And this sheet, this little section you can see is different to this. The reason is a sheet is what we need access to the actual fields in order to build whatever we want in the sheet. Dashboard is simply a container. So instead of, taking fields and adding them here, we actually take the underlying sheets and we put them in here. And just it's a container of one or more sheets. So the next thing we can do is the first thing we should do is decide the size that we want the dashboard to be in terms of width and height. I like to go with 1300, and then we can just change the height over time. Then the next thing you have is basically these objects. These are used to build essentially think of it like the skeleton of the dashboard in terms of the containers and where we want to put the sheets. So you'll see in a second how that works. So I'm going to start by dragging a vertical object here. This is going to allow me to add objects vertically. So now if I take, for example, blank, I can put one blank, and I can put another blank, and I can put another blank. So here I have basically three blanks. Why would I do this? I wouldn't. I just want to kind of show you that the vertical container allows me to do that. So let's just get rid of all of that. Okay, so we want our vertical. I'm now going to take text and drag it on top. Sales dashboard. This is going to be the title of our dashboard. 25 bold. Okay. I can edit the height here. I'm just going to set this, let's just make it 70. Okay, I'm now going to drag a blank because I want a bit of white space between the title and our sheets. And I'm going to edit the height of this, just going to make it 40. And you can see I'm going top down and I'm basically building out my dashboard. Next thing I want is to have a horizontal container which contains all these values, these 3 lifetime values. So how do I do that? I'm going to go ahead and drag a horizontal now over here. I'm going to edit the height. I'm just going to set it for now to 150. And now what I can do is I can place objects horizontally. So let's just start by putting in some blanks just to divide it up. And now I'm going to take a vertical and I'm going to put it inside the horizontal. And the reason for that is because I want to add a text label and then I want to put my lifetime sales inside. So you'll see in a second why I'm doing it like this. So we're going to edit the width. Let's make this 150 pixels. Actually, let's make it 200. Drag my text inside here. And this is going to be lifetime sales. Put in the center, make it black. Let's make it 14 for now. Okay. Now I'm going to take my lifetime sales and drag it here. And you'll see by default I've got my title. It looks a bit ugly. So I'm going to turn off my title since I put a title up here already. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, go to fit, and I'm going to do entire view. Okay, now you can see it's aligned to the right, which we don't want. So we're going to go back to lifetime sales. We're going to come over here, format. And what we're going to do is we want to align it in the center. So we come back now, you can see it's nicely in the center. We can also see that this horizontal container is a bit too high, right? The 200, I think we set it as is just too high. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to do select container. It's going to give us the container. I'm going to edit the height again. Let's just make it 75. Okay, that's looking good. We've now got a blank over here, blank over here. We've got our container here. Now we need to add 2 more, so we can just quickly do that. I'm just going to add another white blank over there for a second. I put my container, set this to, I think it was 200. I just want everything to be consistent, right? So 200. The white space, I'm just going to make it 20. Okay, so let's do it like this. We're going to put one there, make this 20. Actually, let's start with lifetime sales and then profit and then orders. Now let's do orders first and then lifetime sales and then profit. Okay, so I'm going to speed up a bit because I think you're getting the idea. Orders. Is that 14? Yeah, 14. Okay, lifetime orders. Hide. Fit. Entire view. We also need to align these. Center. And profit, let's just do it at the same time. Okay, looking good. Lifetime orders, we have our 20. Now, lifetime profit. Lifetime profit. Okay, coming along. And basically what we can do is we can leave these white spaces here, and this is going to align everything nicely. So everything's going to be in the center. Okay, next, we want a bit of white space over here. 50. Now we're going to go ahead and we can add our table. Now, if you remember, we added the filter, right? So there's different ways we could do this. I'm just going to go the simple way for now. So I'm going to add this here. I'm going to just rename this. So annual sales by segment. Okay, leave it as 15. It looks good. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, filters, and we're going to add the segment filter. Now by default, Tableau is going to add this whole vertical container with the filter there. We don't want that. So for now, I'm just going to drag this here. And now what I can do is I can, basically I'm going to turn it into a multi drop down. I'm going to come up to customize and click apply. And I'm actually going to set this to floating. And what I can do is I can bring it up here. That's probably not the most well-designed dashboard in the world. But this filter is affecting all the views, right? So you can do it like that. Another way to do this would be, I want to turn off the floating. I could expand over here. Let's make this 40. And now I'm going to go ahead and put horizontal over here. Just going to set it to 50 for now. I could put here filters. And I can go ahead and drag this over here. Let's set the width of the filter to 100. Now we can just turn off the height. So that's typically the way I would go with this. It's a bit clearer that now this filter is affecting this entire dashboard, and we can see that by doing that, we only left the consumer and all the lifetime values dropped. So another nice little tip, I like to put the dashboards in the front. I like to color them red and color the sheets, something like blue, just so it's easier to navigate, especially if you have a lot of sheets, multiple dashboards in your workbook. So that's it. I hope you found this valuable. If you have any specific questions on this topic, then please write them in the comment section under the video, and I'll make sure to answer all comments. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.